This evening from Dodger Stadium, Game 6 of the 1978 World Series, the American League champions, the Yankees. Welcome to Fenway Park in Boston. The 1978 postseason is here. Wow, what a regular season we've had here in 1978. The Boston Red Sox, coming off short rest, will be taking on the California Angels here in Game 1 of a best-of-5 game series in the American League Wild Card Series. Hello, everybody, and this is your Sports Time Machine as we bring you live. National Broadcast Company, NBC Sports, presents the American League postseason, as the ABC will take over the National League postseason. As in, this is going to be a fun playoff run for everybody, as the top two teams in the American League, the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals, both have first-round byes. So in this postseason you'll be watching, it'll be the Boston Red Sox, the 3 seed, will take on the 6 seed, and that will be the California Angels. And then American League East battle, it will be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Baltimore Orioles, and Game 1 of that will be hopefully sometime this evening, if not sometime tomorrow. And then over in the National League, the top 2 seeds are your Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. And then the 3 seed will be the Cincinnati Reds, I believe, taking on this the San Francisco Giants, I believe it is. And then it's I'm gonna have to go back and look at it, my records again on it, and tell you what I did postseason wise. Here it is right here, actually. So let's go ahead and see if I can hopefully tell you what I'm going to be doing postseason wise here. Probably not a good start. I didn't have that prepared, but I'll let you know when we get back there again. So again, the top 2 seeds are the Dodgers and Phillies. The Reds are the 3, so they'll get the opening round bye. And then the other teams in the playoffs are the San Francisco Giants, the San Diego Padres, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So again, the modern day 2023 playoffs with the 1978 season. And I think with all the excitement coming off the 78 regular season, I think this was a great way to see how the Red Sox would play in a postseason and see if they would get a best of 7 against the Yankees, which would be an epic postseason Final Four. So let's get to this. We welcome you to Fenway Park for Game 1. Here are your starting lineups for your California Angels. Rick Miller will lead off. He's in center. Bobby Grich will bat second. He's at second. Lyman Bostock will bat third. He is in right field. Batting fourth, the designated hitter Don Baylor. Batting fifth is the left fielder Joe Rudy. Batting sixth is the designated hitter Ron Jackson. Batting sixth is the first baseman Ron Jackson. Batting seventh will be the third baseman Carney Lansford. Batting eighth will be the shortstop Dave Chalk, and batting ninth will be the catcher Brian Downing. On the mound for the California Angels will be Frank Tanana. For the Boston Red Sox, it will be Rick Burleson leading off at short. Jerry Remy batting second at second. Jim Rice is your designated hitter in this game. It's going to differ a little bit. Batting fourth will be the left fielder Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth will be the catcher Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth, the center fielder Fred Lynn. Batting seventh will be the first baseman George Scott. Batting eighth is the right fielder Dwight Evans, and batting ninth will be Frank Duffy. He is your third baseman today. Butch Hobson is going to be relegated to batting. He'll be your designated hitter against right-handed hitters, which means that will force Jim Rice to play right field against righties, and Dwight Evans will only play right field versus lefties. But I think with Butch Hobson's, what he showed in the game we had last night with giving up the hit and the error late in the game, his glove is just not good enough right now, and his elbow. He said he could still swing, so let him swing the bat and see how that goes and get a better defender in the game. Red Sox take the field. Here comes the Red Sox as Eckersley gets his pitches in, and we're ready to go. First pitch here, and former Red Sox Rick Miller will lead off for the Halos. The Angels came in 87 and 75. They were second place in the AL West. The only two teams qualified are the AL West and the playoffs, while four did in the American League. And actually, the Baltimore or it was the Detroit Tigers with 500 or better record would have qualified if that was the case, but they did not. So I took at least the top two out of the NL West. Unfortunately, the Tigers did not qualify. And here's the first pitch from Eckersley. We are underway here at Fenway. And the pitch from Fenway is going to be an in-play result, but that is going to be a Rick Miller. That'll be a fly ball in the right field. Catch is made by Dwight Evans, and the first out of the ball game in the MLB postseason. So sit back and stay with us for a while, folks. This is game one of the American League Wild Card Series. Here is the second baseman, Bobby Grich. Bobby Grich on the season hit good ball player against right-handed hitter. Hit 241, a little better against lefties. Figures dice go flying. Let's see if we have another red die in the vicinity. We have a ton, but hopefully that was purple. We don't want to go purple. Let's see if there's a red one still in game play, or do we have to go out of our way to find red? Give me 1 second, folks. That was not the start I was anticipating here. See if I have the dice prepared. You know what? Give me one moment. Grab the die. Hang on. All right. The dice bag is now prepared in case we have a problem again. Put 2 new red dice out there. So new pitch, throw away that ball, and Bobby Grich will now lead off. So Grich will lead off. First pitch, and let's see how's that against Eckersley. That will be a 3-1 pitch to Grich, and that is a walk. So Grich walks. Now let's see if Grich can steal. He has 4 stolen bases, and he will not. Dennis Eckersley's hold is a 7. So keep that in mind. Here's Lyman Bostock. And let's see for Lyman. Rest in peace. What a hitter he was. So here we go. Eckersley from the stretch. Here is the pitch. That is going to be an in-play result, but it's going to be an 80. And that is going to be a sky to center field. Freddie Lynn is there in the middle of the sunlight, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So Bostock retired. There's 2 outs. And now here's the designated hitter, the dangerous Don Baylor. So Baylor comes up playing mostly DH these days. Eckersley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a ballpark result to a right-handed hitter. 72 is in the wheelhouse, and we'll re-roll the wheelhouse here, and that could be trouble for Baylor. 1-57. This ball is gone. Here's the pitch. 41, deep fly to left field. Back goes Yastrzemski, looks up. It's on the screen. Home run, Don Baylor. So Don Baylor gets all of it, and the California Angels have come into Boston, and they've come in swinging a 2-run homer for Baylor. It's 2-0 It's 2-0 Angels. So Don Baylor, who hit 34 home runs on the season, and he gets a big high five from his teammate. So the Angels go up 2-0 early. And now here is Joe Rudy, the left fielder. So Eckersley from the windup. Here's the pitch. and that's going to be in the wheelhouse. But that is going to be a 90, and luckily for Eckersley, it's just a hard ground ball to short. Play is made, and that's the end of the inning. Angels get two. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 2-0 Angels. So the Red Sox fans kind of deflated right off the bat as Don Baylor hits one to the screen. But now here is Frank Tanana, the left-hander. 33 starts on the year. This Angel team is going to be as good as their pitching can carry, as Nolan Ryan will pitch game 2 of this series. So here's the shortstop, Rick Burleson. He'll lead off. Angels by a deuce right off the bat. Here's the pitch to Burleson. And that pitch to Burleson is going to be in the wheelhouse on Tanana. How about that? So it's going to be a 73, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be a deep fly to center field. Catch is made by Rick Miller. He comes in and makes the catch, and there's one away. So Burleson, here's the star from that exhibition game against the Dodgers from last night, Jerry Remy. What a ball game he had. Oops, camera just went goofy. Shite. I'm sorry, folks. I did not anticipate that to happen. Let's go ahead and probably put that back where it belongs. Probably why people didn't stay in. And I had it just so perfect. All right, hang on one second, folks. And I had it too. I just had it perfect. Let's see. Can I get that to stay more? Hang on, folks. We're going to have a little problem here with the settings here. And let's see. All right. Yeah, that's how you probably. Oh, Jesus. All right. Hang on. Rock the stadium. There we go. And let's try that and see how that looks. Kind of liked a little better before, but we'll fight with it a little more if we have to. Here's a second baseman, Remy. Remy again had the big hits in the exhibition game against Tanana. That's gonna be tough against a strikeout. So Remy whiffs against Frank Tanana. Tanana was a high profile flamethrower back in the early days. He's had some arm and elbow issues also. And so far, he is trying to become more of a finesse pitcher. Not sure how well that has been working for Frank lately. Here is Jim Rice. He had a home run in the exhibition game against the Dodgers that you guys watched. Here's the pitch to Rice. And that's going to be a tough. Josh missed it. And that is going to be a ground ball to second. Good play by Gritch, and 1-2-3 for Frank Tanana. 1 inning of play, Angels 2, Red Sox nothing. Still not happy with how the presentation is looking. That's kind of what I want. And over there. That works perfectly. Let's see if we can hold it there. So now for the Angels will be Papa Jacks, Ron Jackson. He'll lead off here against Dennis Eckersley. Here's the pitch from Eck, and that'll be something he can swing at. That is going to be a 30, and he just misses it on the 30. Pop to short. It's a major league pop-up. Burleson waits for it, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here is the third baseman, Carney Lansford. Young-looking hitter for the Angels, third baseman. Here's the swing. And from Eckersley, that is going to be tough. That's going to be way out there. Fly ball left field. Yastrzemski there in front of the monster makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is the shortstop, Dave Chalk. 2 outs for Chalk. Here's the pitch from Eckersley. That will be a patient, and that also will be a fly ball to left field. Yastrzemski there makes the catch, and Dennis Eckersley has a good 1-2-3 inning. Let's head to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 California. So now here is Carl Yastrzemski. So Yaz will bat against Tanana, bottom of the second inning. Tanana with the pitch. That will be an in-play result, but Yastrzemski will be out of play. Ground ball down the first. That will take it to the bag himself, and there's one away. So one away for Yaz. He's 0 for 1. Here is the catcher, Carlton Fisk, wearing number 27, hero of the 1975 postseason. Tanana looks in. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be something he can hit at, and that is going to be a line drive base hit for Carlton Fisk. So Fisk with a first base hit for the Sox. He's on at first with one man out, and here's the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. Lynn loves hitting right-handed pitching that season. Lefties, not so much. This will be a little bit of a struggle. Tanana thinks he can have the advantage on him here. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be something in play again, but he's going to miss it. That is going to be a ground ball to second. Let's see if we can turn 2. Freddie Lynn is a 6. Tanana is a 5. That's a 9. They get the force out. So the force out will go 84 for Lynn. Will be a 4-6 force out. So Fisk is out. Fred Lynn will leg out the fielder's choice, and there's 2 outs. Here's the first baseman, George C. Scott III. The first baseman, the big first baseman. Boy, he was involved in one of the most craziest plays I've ever seen last night in a simulation game. Tanana from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a 7. That's in place. They're getting hit. They're getting stuff they can swing at in this at bat. Ground ball to third, though, picked up by Lansford. Throws them out, and that will end the inning. So the Red Sox go down. No runs, 1 hit. They strand 1. We go to the top of the third. AL wildcard, game 1, best of 5. It's California 2, and the Red Sox nothing. Brian Downing will swing. It'll be Downing, followed by Miller and Grich. Here's the pitch from Eckersley, and that's in the ballpark, and in Fenway, you don't want to throw those. That is going to be in the wheelhouse for Brian Downing. Brian Downing only a 14% at hitting a long home run here, and he will miss it. That's going to be a 69, and he ground ball hard to second. Good play picked up and throws him out. So good play by Remy as Downing hit a line drive at Remy. He one-hopped it and threw him out. He hit it hard. Here is the center fielder, Rick Miller. He fly to right his first time up. Eckersley for the windup. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-2 count to get him something in. That's going to get him something in the favor here. So wait a minute, 67 on a tough, and almost thought he had something there. That's a ground ball to short. Burleson there throws them out, and there's 2 outs. So Dennis Eckersley getting 2 quick ground outs here. Here's second baseman Robert Bobby Grich. Walked and scored on the Baylor home run. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be an in-play result, but that is a 98. A lot of 90s today. Fly ball left field. Yastrzemski there makes the catch. And Eckersley goes a 1-2-3 third. We go to the bottom of the third inning. AL wildcard game number 1. It is California 2 and Boston nothing. For the Red Sox, it'll be Evans, followed by Duffy and Burleson. We will reseed after this. So if the Red Sox win, and they will automatically stay the 3 seed, but they can only be a home field if the Yankees or Royals are not involved. So if they do play the Kansas City Royals and the Red Sox did have more wins, the Royals would get home field. So just to let you know on that fact, the Red Sox had a fantastic season, but the Royals are considered a 2 seed because they did win the division. Bottom of the third, here is Dwight Evans, better hitter against left-handed pitching, so he gets to start today in right field. Here's the pitch, and that's why he's in there. That is a meaty pitch in the middle of the plate. That's in the wheelhouse on a 50. Deep fly left field. Back goes Rudy. Looks up, runs out of room. It's on top of the net. Home run, Dwight Evans. And the Red Sox are on the board. So Dwight Evans homers on top of the screen, and putting him in the lineup against left-handed pitching did it. It's 2-1 Angels as Dwight Evans hits a line drive into the net. 24 home runs on the season, and he got one. That makes you think if Evans should be in that lineup all the time and keep Hobson out, but we'll have to see how that all works out. Here's Frank Duffy again with the Hobson injury of the elbow and everything else. He's relegated to really hitting. So Duffy will get the start against lefties. Pitch from Tanana. It's tough. It's a tough against a 58, and that is going to be a fly ball in the right field. That will be Bostock. He will make the catch, and there is one away. We go back to the top of the order, and here's the shortstop, Rick Burleson, the Rooster. The Rooster comes up here. NBC Sports is the official home of the American League postseason, as ABC will take over the tours of the senior circuit. Here is the pitch. That'll be a 10 on Tanana, which is in play. 21 is a single for Burleson. So Burleson is a single. The Rooster does cry there. Let's see what he had. He had eight stolen bases. Let's see. Tanana's hold is a 5, so it's excellent. So you're not going to get a good hold, a good jump on him normally. So now here is Jerry Remy. So Remy's up with 1 out, 1 on. Remy with a good series. Again, that good exhibition game against the Dodgers. Here we go. And that's going to be a tough. And again, a tough is not going to be good. That's a strikeout for Remy. Second time. Remy does not look good in there. He looks very he looks like John Kruk in the modern day against Randy Johnson. So Remy strikes out. There's 2 outs and a runner on. And now here is the MVP, they're saying, in the 1978 regular season, Mr. Jim Rice. So here's a pitch from Tanana, and it's going to be in play, but Rice will sky this one. Nope, he'll hit a ground ball to short. Chalk will pick it up and throws him out to end the inning, but the Red Sox get 1 back on a home run by Dwight Evans. We head to the 4th. It's 2-1 Angels. So for the Angels, it'll be Bostock, Baylor, Rudy for the Angels here in the 4th against Dennis Eckersley. So Eckersley on the mound. We'll have to look for our 3rd starter on this team. I'm curious because if you go by realism, you do not probably can bring back Mike. Oh, I guess you would get 31 starts. You get Louis Tiant in game 2. And then when the series shifts to Anaheim and Anaheim Stadium, we'll go ahead and go to Mike Torres, who was a pitcher in this 1978 playoff game. Kind of keep that a little bit on the realism side. So game 4, it'll be Boston. Here it is, top of the 4th. It'll be Bostock followed by Baylor and Rudy against Eckersley. Here's the pitch. That will be a 4, and that will be in the wheelhouse for Mr. Bostock. And let's see, that's going to be a 60, but 60 is not going to be good enough. That's a fly ball left field in front of the monsters, Yastrzemski, and makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Bostock thought he had hit one. He hit it the opposite way, but just didn't have enough to get it out of here. Here's Don Baylor. He did have enough to get it out of here his last time up. He hit a booming shot into the net in left field, no doubter. Eckersley with the pitch. And it's going to be tough. So it's going to be what he wants. Tough on a 56. Oh, he just missed getting away with that one. Fly ball right field. In comes Evans. Comes in, makes the catch on a dive. Evans with a nice scooping catch that almost dropped in front of Evans. A single on a tough is between 47 and 54. He rolled the 56. So Dwight Evans comes in and makes a diving catch. And there's 2 outs. Here's Joe Rudy, right-handed hitter against Eckersley. Eckersley with the windup. Here's the pitch. Again, that's gonna be tough. That is gonna be fly ball in the left field. That should be easy play, and it is makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. AL Wild Card 1978, Game 1. Angels 2, Red Sox nothing. Can the Angels grab home field and make this a possible 5-game series? As it'll be Nolan Ryan going in game 2 against Louis Tiant. So bottom of the 4th here, it will be Yaz Fisk-Lynn, the bat for the Red Sox. Tanana looks in, gets the sign. Tanana did give up 26 home runs on the regular season. There could be one of them that's going to be in the wheelhouse. 23 against a lefty, and boom, that ball is deep to right field. Down the line goes Bostock and into the stands for a home run for Yastrzemski. and the Red Sox tie this game at 1. So Yaz homers down the right field line just like he did against Guidry in the 1978 playoff game, and it's a tie game at 2. So like we just said, Tanana gave up 26 bombs during the regular season, and there's one of them. Dwayne Martz, how you doing? Game 1, 1978, a wild card series. It's now 2-2 as Yaz homers down the line. Here is Carlton Fisk. Fisk now hits against Tanana. That will be an in-play result. An in-play result, a base hit for Fisk, and he has his second hit of the ball game. So Fisk is 2 for 2. So Fisk is on. Now batting for the Sox will be Freddie Lynn, the center fielder. Game tied at 2 here, bottom of the 4th inning. Eckersley from the stretch, and that will be a 4. And Tanana finally gets what he wanted. That's an 0-8 against a tough. That's a strikeout for Freddie Lynn. So far that is 1, 2, 3 strikeouts for Frank Tanana. So with one out, that'll be George. Now batting will be George C. Scott, the first baseman. George C. Scott, ground ball the third his first time up. Tanana from the stretch, and that's going to be something in the tough. Tough against the lefty is a strikeout. So Scott strikes out. So Frank Tanana throwing back here, a little bit of heat here. Tanana does have the distance in him to go long, but now here's Dwight Evans. He had the home run to left field his last time up. Tanana from the stretch, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be patient. Evans is really patient. That's going to be a walk. So Evans draws the walk. That forces Fisk to second. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Frank Duffy. Again, he gets to start today instead of Hobson because of the injuries, but Hobson can still swing a bat. So Duffy, a better hitter against lefties, gets the shot here. Tanana from the stretch. Does he get the job done? That's going to be a tough, though. An 86 is going to be a ground ball to short. Good play. Scoops it and throws it to the second baseman, Grich, and that retires a side. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 left. We played 4 here in Fenway. It is 2-2. So top of the 5th here. Eckersley and Tanana going into the 5th inning. After the 2-run bomb by Baylor in the first, it's been a nice start for Eckersley. Hasn't made any other mistakes, but now it's going to be Papa Jackson, Ron Jackson, Carney Lansford, and Dave Chalk. Here's the pitch from Eckersley. That's going to be a 3-1 count, and that is going to be that could be bad. That's patient, and he waited him out. 30 patient against a lefty is a triple. So Ron Jackson hit one into the triangle, and he goes to third standing. So a leadoff triple for Ron Jackson. Had 5 versus lefties that year, and he got it on the patient side. So runner on third and nobody out. The Red Sox will play the infield in, which means I'll need to go to my charts in case something happens. But it will be Carney Lansford's turn. So now Eckersley from the stretch looks in. Big pitch made here. This is going to be a 10. That is going to be in play. It's going to be a 39. Oh, 39. Oh, against a lefty. That's a base hit. Because of splits, it's not. 39 is going to be a popped up. Runners will hold. That's easy enough. Burleson makes the catch, and there's 1 out. So Lansford, I've been a left-handed pitcher. That's a base hit and drives in the run. But in this case, it's a pop-up versus righties. Here's Dave Chalk now. Chalk fly to left. Infield stays in. They want to cut this run off. Here's the pitch as it almost falls off the table. So we'll get a second swing here. Here's a swing. And for Eckersley, again, is patient. 60, that is 60 versus a righty. And that will be a fly ball into right field. Let's see where my cheat sheets are. Hang on one momento. Let's see. First, so it's either wheelhouse or patient. So he gets the patient result. So he gets lucky there. And let's see what the result was. So chalk 60. That's a fly ball to right field. Runners will score. It was a fly ball deep to right field. I did my homework on this one. So Jackson scores, and we have a sac fly. I didn't want to be underprepared like I kind of was last night. So now it's 3-2 Angels. We go with 2 outs in the fifth. So a big productive out for Dave Chalk. Normally doesn't have that kind of power, but he got it to the field and right field. Good tag up there by Ron Jackson. And there's 2 outs, and now here's the catcher, Brian Downing. Eckersley looks in the pitch. That will be a 9. That will be tough. Tough on a 47, and that's a single. Oh, no, again, that against a left. No, hang on. Let's stop for a minute. That is a 9. That's tough. We're in tough. That's 47. That's a single for Downing either way. So Downing fights off a base hit, gets it into left field, and drops in front of the left fielder. Carl Yastrzemski was playing deep. You have to do that in Fenway. Can't play close. So now here's Rick Miller, runner on first and 2 outs. Miller so far in the ball game is 0 for 2. Eckersley from the stretch, and we'll have a redo on that one, of course. And now we have 3. That's in the ballpark. I don't think they wanted that one back. 61 versus the lefties in play. So Rick Miller will get an in-play result on his card. It is a 32% or better, and that will be an 05, and that's a double for Rick Miller. Holy cow. So Miller on an 05 will double on that one. That will send Downing the third. Let's see what he is. Let's see what he is starred, or what is his rating. Downing's running rating is a 7. That will score with 2 outs. So Downing will score automatically. RBI double for Rick Miller, and the Angels now lead it 4-2. So the Angels come out swinging again. So here's Bobby Grich. Eckersley looks in, and maybe a little bit tired from that exhibition start he had against the Dodgers. Not sure. That's going to be an in-play result. An in-play result is going to be just a little bit too high. That is a pop-up behind the plate, I believe. That is a 6. It is 36, and the catcher makes the catch. So that ends it. But the Angels do score 2. They strand 1. It is now 4-2 Angels. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Fenway. That was 2 runs on 3 hits. Jackson with a triple, and then it was a pop-up, a pop-up, and then the sacrifice fly by Dave Chalk. Brian Downing with a single, and then Rick Miller hit a booming double. Again, he went the other way with it, with the monster that scored Downing, and it's 4-2 Angels. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it'll be the top of the order. Rick Burleson, he's 1 for 2. He'll get his swings against Frank Tanana here. So let's see what Tanana has. Can he get to him? That's tough. You don't want to be doing that probably. Tough on a 56. Guess what? That's a base hit. Burleson goes the other way, gets it through Bobby Grich. How about that? So Burleson fights it off and gets himself a base hit. 4 is tough. 56 for Burleson, and that is going to be a base hit. So Burleson drives one through, and he's on at first. The Red Sox got something going here. And now here's the second baseman, Jerry Remy. He has not looked good against Tanana so far. Kind of looking like John Kruk against Randy Johnson. 0 for 2 so far with a couple Ks. Tanana from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in play, but he doesn't get his good chance to hit at it. Fly ball right field. And that will be the catch made by Bostock, and there's one away. So Bostock retired, and now here he is as the fans start chanting MVP, MVP. Captain Carl, how you doing? 1978 postseason AL wildcard game 1. Jim Rice so far in the ball game is 0 for 2. Tanana from the stretch. Here we go. And that is going to be a tough. Again, he gets a tough, but this is Rice. This could be, up to 60 is a base hit. 63 is going to be a fly ball right field, pretty deep. Bostock back, makes the catch, and there's 2 out. Rice just missed, possibly sending it the other way. Nice running catch by the right fielder. Rice tried to drop one down the right field line, but the right fielder was just there to make the play. So 2 outs, runner on first. Here is Yastrzemski. Homered back in the 4th inning. Can Captain Carl do it for Captain Carl? Tanana looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That is going to be in play, but a 74 is not what you wanted. Fly ball center field. Miller is there, makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We played 5 here at Fenway. 4-2 Angels. So Eckersley will stay in there, top of the 6th inning. It will now be, let's make sure. Fisk popped up behind the plate, so he was done. Don't want to make that mistake like I was kind of making last name. So it's going to be Bostock, Baylor, and Rudy here. So Bostock, Baylor, and Rudy. So Bostock is 0 for 2, couple flyouts. Eckersley still in, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be a 7, and that's gonna be patient, but a 73. Let's make sure 73. No, that's a fly ball center field. That will be a good catch there by Freddie Lynn, and then there's 1 away. So Bostock has flied out 3 times. Here's Baylor, 1 for 2, a long home run back in the 1st inning. Angels lead 4-2, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Game 1. Game 2 starters. Louis Tiant will take on Nolan Ryan. Here's the pitch. It's going to be 9. 9 on Eckersley is going to be a tough. Either way, that's an out. Or wait a minute. Actually, no, you don't want to guarantee that one. So tough on a 62. Nope, does not get the help on the 62. Fly ball right field, goes the opposite way. Dwight Evans is there, makes the catch. There's 2 outs in the 6th. So Baylor is out. Now here's left fielder, Mr. Joe Rudy. Rudy steps up with 2 outs. And sorry, folks. Rudy the bat here. Here's the pitch from Eckersley. That's going to be tough. That's what Eck wanted. And that's a strikeout on Rudy. So Rudy down on strikes. Big strikeout for Eckersley. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 4-2 Angels. So for the Red Sox, it'll be Fisk, Lynn, and Scott, the bat in the bottom of 6th. Frank Tanana on the mound. Here we go. Here's a swing. That's an 11. That's a defensive check. First time in the ball game. So let's see if they can get some help defensively. We're using the fast action card, which I kind of definitely enjoy since I got them. So here is the first chance at the fast action card. It'll be an error on Bobby Grich, I believe. Let's see. So Fisk is up. He's had 2 hits in the ball game. So let's see what Bobby Grich's error rating is. There's something we can be happy about here. He's an error 3, so he's kind of in the middle. 1 to 54 is the error. Anything else is not. It's a little over 50%. Here's the play. Oh, makes the nice play on the 66. He gets down there, traps it, throws them out. Nice play. Fisk retired for the first time. He kind of fumbled a little bit, but he made the play. 1 away. So 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. So Freddie Lynn so far in the ball game, 0 for 2. Had a fielder's choice, and he struck out. Tanana looks in, gets the sign from Downing. Here's the pitch. That's going to be, again, an in-play result, but he doesn't get what he wanted. That is going to be a ground ball hard to third. Lansford got it. Goes across the diamond. There's 2 outs in the 6th. Here's the first baseman, George C. Scott. So he gets the shot again here. So far this game, Tanana starting to control things here. You got to get to Tanana soon. Tanana and the pitch. And that's going to be in play again. 0-3 for George Scott. And that's a double for George Scott. He sends it down the line. That is going to be down the corner. Scott will go the second. And the Red Sox got a runner on second with 2 outs. And it brings up who they want, Dwight Evans. Evans in the ballgame has homered and he's walked. He gets the opportunity right now. Again, the idea has been, do you play Rice against righties and Evans against lefties and let Hobson DH versus righties? Dwight Evans has said, no, coach, let me stay in and hit. So let's see if Evans against the lefty can do it again. Tanana from the stretch looks in, Here's the pitch. That's going to be an in-play result, but a 64 is going to be a fly ball down the right field line. Bostock with the catch and retires the side. No runs, one hit. They leave Scott at second. We go to seventh. It is still 4-2 Angels. Top of the seventh. So Dennis Eckersley on the mound playing. Well, again, I play Stratomatic kind of on the fatigue. If you're an 8, minimal 3 hits, walks, can't fatigue you. Tanana is an 8. So both guys can't go in long distance into the 8th inning. It is 4-2. We head to the 7th. Jackson, Lansford, Chalk, the bat for the Angels here. So Lansford, let's make sure I got it right. No, it's, hang on 1 second. Sorry. Papa Jacks is up. Papa Jacks is 1 for 2. He had a triple and he scored. So Lansford, so Eckersley against a righty. Here's the pitch. That's going to be patient. That's going to be patient 24. And Papa, oh, wait a minute, against a righty. That's going to make a difference. That's patient 24 is going to still be a double. So Ron Jackson gets in this lineup versus a righty and gets himself a double. So Ron Jackson with a big double. So he's on at second and nobody out. Here's the third baseman, Lansford. So again, the Red Sox have to look at that bullpen right now. What do? Drago up for the Red Sox along with Stanley. Kind of both righties getting up here. Here's the pitch again from Eckersley. That's in play. And in play 41 will be a pop to first. He popped it up. He throws the bat down. George Scott is there. Makes the catch. There's one away. And Lansford's 0 for 3. So a big out there again. But here is Dave Chalk. He had the big sacrifice fly back in the 5th inning. That gave the Angels a 3-2 lead. Then an RBI double by Rick Miller extended the lead. Eckersley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ballpark result, but a 93 is going to be in play. But Chalk didn't have any power, not much at least. So 1-28, he gets a base hit. No, that's a 70, and that's a ground ball to second. I'm advancing the runner to third, and that's 2 outs. So runner on third for 2 outs. And now here's the catcher, Brian Downing. Downing so far in the ball game is 1 for 2, singled and scored in that 5th inning. Eckersley needs to work himself in and out of trouble here. Eckersley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be in the wheelhouse. Boom. That's going to be deep fly ball. Left field. Downing drops the bat. Back goes Yastrzemski. Looks up. It's on top of the net. Gone. Home run, Brian Downing. He had 7 on the year, and he just hit 1 out. So Downing with a 2-run bomb, and the Angels have now taken a 6-2 lead. And theoretically, that could have fatigued Eckersley, I believe. So that could do it. I think Don Zimmer maybe 1 batter too many, as they say. And he'll come out and grab him, and it'll be Dick Drago. Drago will come in. I haven't looked at the card yet. It's like looking at sometimes Stratomatic and go, oh, God, I don't want that. That's actually not too bad. So Drago will come in and be the pitcher as a monstrous home run by Downing, and the Angels again are doing this to the Sox here in the 7th. 2-run homer by Downing. That is their 2nd home run of the game. Red Sox have also 2 also. So typical Fenway action pinball. 4 home runs in the ball game so far. Here's Rick Miller, RBI double back in the 5th. Here is the pitch from Drago. That's going to be in play result 42. 42 on Miller is not going to be good enough. That's a ground ball back to Drago. He gets it and throws them out. And that, folks, is over. But the Angels score 2 more. Red Sox fans, get up and stretch. It's California 6 and Boston 2. Again, folks, as we go to the 7th inning stretch, let's talk. Again, folks, this is a 1978 AL postseason reimagined. So we're playing the modern playoffs. 6 playoff teams. The number 1 seeds, Yankees, 2nd seed, Royals, 3rd seed, Red Sox. 4th seed were again the Brewers and Orioles. while the 6th seed were the California Angels. In the National League, the 6 playoff teams are the 1-2, which is Dodgers and Phillies, and it's the Reds, and I believe it's Pirates 4, Giants 5, and the Padres 6. So those are your 12 playoff teams. We're going to play a AL wild card, best of 5, kind of RJL style, and then we'll go to best of 7 when you get to the rest of the playoffs. I believe that will knock them down to, actually will probably stay best of 5 when you go to the league, kind of the league division series, and then we'll go 7 for league championship series. So again, that's how we're doing this. Again, they remain seeded. So Boston, if they do get back in the next round, again, they can't be the home team or the team with the most home games unless the Royals or Yankees are not involved in their game or bracket. So again, it's the 1 and 2 seeds will always have the home field. And we thank everyone for being here. Captain Carl, Dwayne, please subscribe if you have not. Please like. I appreciate it. Bottom of the 7th inning, Angels lead 6-2, but we're in Fenway. Anything can happen. And here's Frank Duffy. He'll lead off against Frank Tanana. Again, Duffy gets to start instead of Hobson. Again, Hobson's ailing elbow. Going to try to limit him to be a DH or pinch hitter. See how things go. See who wants to bat. That's going to be a 12. That's going to be a ballpark result, but it's Frank Duffy. That is going to be against a right-handed batter. That's in the wheelhouse. Duffy cannot get a home run, so 30% chance he can still get a base hit. Here it is, and that's an 80, and of course, Duffy throws the bat down. He flies to center field. That will be Rick Miller, makes the catch, and there's 1 out in the 7th inning. So that's an out for Frank Duffy. That was probably Hobson. Yes, he could have homered probably. But here is his defense is too much a liability right now in the postseason. Here's Rick Burleson. He'll lead off here against Tanana, second hitter against Tanana here. A 6 is a tough, but a 91 is definitely not going to be that good. Ground ball to short. Chalk got it, throws them out, and there's 2 outs in the 7th inning. Burleson had been 2 for 3. Now he's 2 for 4. So now here's Jerry Remy. Remy 0 for 3 coming after the exhibition game against the Dodgers last night where he was absolutely wonderful. So Tanana looks in, lefty on lefty. That's a 4, and that is tough. 34, and Remy again swings and misses. 3rd time striking out for Remy, and that's it for the Red Sox in the 7th. Let's head to the 8th. It's 6-2 Angels. Drago can go long distance, so he can go 3+ innings according to the rule book. So he can finish things off without any problems, unless he gives up, I believe it is 3 earned runs, I think. So we go to the 8th, and it'll be Grich, Bostock, Baylor against Drago. Here's a pitch from Drago. That's going to be a ballpark. 65 is going to be wheelhouse. That could be bad news. Grich is only a 1-9, though. And that's a 21, and that's a base hit for Grich. Hard line drive base hit. So Grich is now 1 for 3. He's on at first. So again, the Angels hitting Boston relievers pretty hard right now. People can also hear me quite well today, I'm hoping. If everything is again well in the neighborhood. Here's Lyman Bostock. He's 0 for 3, a lot of flyouts. Drago from the stretch needs to make a good pitch here. Oh, wheelhouse for Drago, but it's a 97. That is going to be a fly ball deep to right field. Back goes Evans, makes the catch. Boy, good thing with California, good thing with Fenway Park. Right field is like Death Valley at Yankee Stadium. So that call was caught 1 away. Here's Don Baylor. Baylor in the ball game is 1 for 3. Big long home run early in the ball game. Drago from the stretch, and that's going to be in play. That's going to be 12, and that's a single for Baylor. So Baylor with a single, long single in the gap of center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. So they're only going to give him the 1 base on that on the fast action cards. So Grich will stop at second as Baylor's hit was too hard for Grich to move any faster. First and second, 1 out, 2 hits in the ball game, and here's Joe Rudy. Rudy as Rudy comes up. It's my first Rudy chant of the day. 0 for 3 of the strikeout. Drago needs to make a good pitch here. Red Sox relievers having struggle. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a defensive check. Let's see who gets this call now. It'll be an error on the pitcher. So Dick Drago on the error is an A1. Oh, crapola. So A1, he's a great in range. But he stinks in the error rating. So let's go ahead and roll. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, that's an 06. That's definitely going to be an error on Drago. And let's see what kind of error it resulted in. That is going to be, is that going to be an error? It's a single and a one base error, and that should score Gritch. So Gritch scores. So it was an infield hit down the line. So Rudy will get I believe we'll call it the RBI for now. But another run scored is now 7-2. So Rudy gets on base, then Drago throws it away, and that adds to the Red Sox issues here. Boy, the Angels kind of not sure what kind of a matchup they would give the Red Sox. Looks like they're giving a good one. Jackson 2 for 3. First and second, one out. And that's going to be an 11. Another defensive check on Drago. Boy, he wishes that didn't happen. This is going to be an error on the right fielder. That is Evans. That should be a little more calmer for fans. He's an error 3, so he's in the middle. 54 is a 73 and makes the catch. So good catch there, and that's 2 outs. So Jackson retired. Now here's Carney Lansford. So Lansford now. Can the Halos take game 1? So let's see. Lansford in the ball game is 0 for 3. And then you get Nolan Ryan in game 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be an in-play result, but a 64. And that is going to be a fly ball right field. Catch is made to finally end the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, a huge error. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 7-2 Angels. So now the Red Sox need to fight uphill here. This is going to be the fatigue inning for Frank Tanana. The Angels don't have what you want to call a typical closer. So again, they have the Andy Hasslers and some guys who can come out there and get them. So they have to go to somebody else. It's not a guarantee. So here is Rice, Yastrzemski, Fisk. Big opportunities for the Red Sox to get back at it if they can get some roles they want here. Let's see if Tanana allows it. Again, Jim Fregosi from the bench here in California looking on. 6 is tough. Tough on a 28 is going to be a strikeout for Rice. Frank Tanana with a little bit extra. 1 away. And now here is Yastrzemski. He steps up. Yastrzemski in the ball game is 1 for 3 at the home run. That seemed to be a long time ago. And let's see, do we want to get that? Probably want to get that die back. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Dice. AWOL dice. So we got the die back, which is always good. So here we go. Here's a swing for Yastrzemski here. And that's going to be a tough again. A tough for Yastrzemski is going to be a strikeout for Yastrzemski. So another strikeout for Tanana. He's putting a little extra in back of him this time. And that's second out of the inning. So Tanana rearing back right now. We talked about having some arm issues, but so far he looks like the Tanana of old. So with 2 outs, here's Fisk. He's 2 for 3. So here it is. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. Again, it's tough. Tough on a 52 is going to be a ground ball to third. Lansford got it, throws across the diamond, and 8 innings is over here in Fenway. We go to the 9th. It is 7-2 Angels. So let's see here. It will now be Chalk, Downing, and Miller for the Angels. Angels getting all kinds of offense from different players today. So top of the 9th. So here is now be mop things up. It's going to be tough against a righty. It's a strikeout for Dave Chalk. He normally doesn't strike out much. That is his first strikeout. He's 1 for 3. Along with that sacrifice RBI he had. And now here is Brian Downing. Boy, what a game Downing's had. He's 2 for 3. Has a single home run and 2 RBIs. He had the big crushing home run earlier, I think it is. 4 is in play. 43 is going to be ground ball back to Drago. Throws them out, and there's 2 outs. So here is Rick Miller. 2 outs here at the top of the ninth. Red Sox will have in the bottom of the order, it'll be Lynn, Scott, and Evans against Tanana, who looks to be coming back out again. Here's the pitch. That's going to be an 8. That's going to be in play. And make sure who's hitting. That is going to be Miller. 55, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Again, nice play there. Throws them out to end the inning. So the Angels go 1, 2, 3 peacefully. Bottom of the ninth. Red Sox running out of outs in game 1 of the AL wildcard, game 1. So now it's time for the Red Sox to see what they can do. Lynn, Scott, Evans. Lynn, so far the ball game is 0 for 3. Scott is 1 for 3. Evans 1 for 2. So let's see if the bottom part of this order can generate some offense before you get back to the top. Tanana still in. Bullpen up, but very loose. Fergosi's keeping an eye on things. That's a ballpark. That's an 84 versus a lefty, and that's an in-play result for Mr. Lynn. So Lynn on the lefty is only a 20% chance at a hit. Oh, he gets it. It's an 0-2. That's a base hit. That's a double for Freddie Lynn. So Lynn doubles the lead off the ninth inning. So an 0-2. 0-2 is a double. So Lynn gets the double. So Freddie Lynn normally doesn't hit well against left-handers. Slaps one the other way. So now here's George Scott. Runner on second and no outs. And again, Fergosi looks out there. It is non-save situation. 7-2 ball game. Tanana looking in from the sign. Is he running out of gas? That's going to be tough, though. That's 95 for Scott. That's a fly ball hit the other way, hit the left field, I should say. That will be left fielder who is Joe Rudy makes the catch, and there is 1 out. Dwight Evans steps up. Big home run for Evans. That was back in the 3rd inning. Evans needs to continue the inning and give the Red Sox some base runners. Tanana from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a tough on a 93. It's a fly ball left field. Again, there it is, the 2nd out of the inning as Rudy makes the catch. Red Sox down to their last out. And now here is going to be Duffy. Duffy again hits better against righties. We'll keep him at a lefty. We'll keep him in there and see if he can find a base hit here. Tanana from the stretch. Runner on second, no outs. And here's the pitch from Tanana. It's going to be tough. Tough on a 22, struck him out to end the game. As Frank Tanana pitches himself a complete game. Wow, what a complete game for Tanana. So 1, 2, 2 hits there. 1, 2, 2 hits there. 1 hit, nothing, and 1. So 4, 6, 8, 9. So Boston was 2 runs on 9 hits, while the California Angels had 1 hit back in the 1st inning, nothing in the 2nd, nothing in the 3rd, nothing in the 4th, 1, 2, 3 hits in the 5th, nothing in the 6th. That Grizzly looked awfully strong, but he gave up the bombs that really hurt him. 1, 2, 3. And nothing there. So 6, 8, 9. Looks like 6, 8, 9 for the Red Sox. So the Angels definitely got productivity from their hits. 7 runs on 9 hits. The Red Sox 2 runs on 9 hits. And the Red Sox had the lone error, which was a kind of a big error that kind of gave the Angels an extra run. The winning pitcher will be Frank Tanana. And the losing pitcher will be Dennis Eckersley. And let's see if we have a star of the game. Go to talk to STM after the game. He'll get that free watch and see who will do that. You know what? I want to talk to Brian Downing. He was 2 for 4, a single home run and 2 RBIs. He's a starting catcher, and him along with Frank Tanana will join me. They'll both get the watch, as Tanana did have the complete game. Game 2, when we get to this, folks, it'll be Louis Tiant, since Mike Torres did pitch the 1978 playoff game. Torres will pitch game 2, and he'll take on the number 30 for the California Angels, Mr. Nolan Ryan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming in. Dwayne, Captain Carl, anyone else that comes in, please slam the old like button or subscribe and hit the little dinger bells, when I come on with a live broadcast. Thank you, folks. Have a good rest of your evening. This has been a presentation of Sports Time Machine and National Broadcast Company, NBC, the home of the AL playoffs for 1978. As the final score in this one is the Angels 7, Red Sox 2, as the Angels take a 1-0 lead in game 1.